Hi, Wellness Warriors. It's Melissa with Mental Muscle Wellness. And today I have for you a workout where all you need is a wall. Come on and join me. As is usual with the strength workouts that I demonstrate here on YouTube, I will show each exercise for 10 repetitions of the movement. If it's a sided exercise, I'll show you both sides. And you have options. You can either pause the video and complete straight sets, or you can watch the entire video and then stop and choose to rewind and do the workout as a circuit. The reason that I love this workout is because the only equipment that you actually need is about a 3 or 4 foot span of wall in your house and your own body. This is an amazing workout to add into your repertoire if you're pressed for time, if you don't have a whole lot of equipment that you have in your home, you can't afford a gym membership, or if you want something that's very beginner friendly. I love using the wall to modify exercises that otherwise we would need to be down on the floor for, because that's not always comfortable for everyone. And by utilizing a wall, which most of us can find in the place that we live, we're able to really give our bodies a different sort of challenge. So let's dive right on in. We're going to start with an exercise called wall up downs. And so what you're going to do is you're going to turn and face the wall, and you're going to put your hands on the wall about shoulder width apart and at the same height as your shoulders. Now, for all of these exercises, something that I want to point out is these are still modifiable. If you take a step in closer to the wall, okay, this is going to make most of the exercises easier or less intense. And if you want a more intense version, take a larger step out from the wall so that you create a bigger angle, and that will give you a more intense option. So you can take that to your own level of comfort. But for our wall up downs, we're going to start again, wrists under shoulders and at about the same height. And all we're going to do is contract our core nice and tight. We always want to start there. And we're going to come down to our forearm, first on one side and then the other. So you're going to come down and then you're going to press back up. So this exercise is a great one, both for your chest, the front side of your shoulders, and for all of your core muscles. You really have to keep everything engaged. And this is 5. So right now I'm leading with my left hand. I'm going to change the lead and lead with my right. That's something really important for sided exercises. If you're doing multiple sets, don't always lead with the same hand. Your body gets used to those patterns, and you want to give your body something different. Okay, that's our 10 for our wall up downs. Go ahead and push off. Give your shoulders a little shake if you need it. And we're going to move into arrowheads. So we're going to come to that same posture with our wrists in line with our shoulders. Excuse me. And we're going to kick one leg back and out. So you'll see that I have making a nice straight line down my body from my shoulders all the way out that long foot. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw a triangle behind you. So you're going to tap your foot down to one side, bring it up into the center, and then cross it behind you, down and to the other side, and again, up and center. This is a great exercise for your glutes and your hamstrings, really involving that posterior chain. And a full 10 repetitions here means that you're drawing the full arrow, both sides. Right here is 10. Relax the foot, and then obviously we're gonna go ahead and do that on the second side. So lengthen out, and again, out and open, squeeze up to the middle, and cross it behind you to the other side and to the middle. Same thing as before, relax down, press away from the wall, give your shoulders a little bit of a break if they need it. And for this next one, we're actually going to place our forearms down on the wall to start. So if you need to take a step closer, that's fine. If you're fine with creating a deeper angle, have at it. Okay, but again, forearms down on the wall. And we're going to do a knee cross. So very often this is an exercise that people would do on the floor as part of a plank. But again, I really love using the wall to modify it because it allows you to tweak the intensity level for your ability. So again, what we're gonna do here is opposite knee is gonna cross in and up towards the other elbow. So I'm going to start with my right knee and try and cross it towards my left arm, which is the arm that's facing the camera. Up and in, and then we're just going to alternate sides. Almost like a really big march. The other really great thing that I love about using a wall to modify, once you make this angle with your body, you have to properly engage your core to maintain your posture. And that's actually something that we don't necessarily think about doing when we do simple standing exercises. And right here is 10. So again, press up nice and slowly away from the wall. Give your arms and shoulders a little shake, bend your elbows if you need to. And going into tricep push-ups. Again, similarly to the exercise we just did, when you do these on the floor, the angle that you make causes a lot of intensity, and the triceps are actually a really small muscle. So by using the wall to help you with this exercise, you can really get that intensity right where you want it, right where it makes your body happy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna make a diamond with your index fingers and thumbs. Hopefully that you can see that on camera, okay? And you're gonna place that down on the wall so that when you complete your press up, your push up, your chin is going to hit almost right at the top of that diamond. So again, you'll notice that my arms are still extended out from the shoulders, okay? And this is just a standard push-up move. When you put your hands in this orientation though, it takes the focus off your chest and puts it on your triceps. So you're gonna bend and press. And again, if your push-up looks like this, if it's smaller range of motion, that's absolutely okay. Remember to inhale on the way down, exhale and press on the way out. And one more. Awesome. Again, press back from the wall, drop your arms, bend your elbows, rotate your shoulders. It's really important to give, especially your shoulders through this series, a break in between each exercise. They're doing a lot of work just supporting your body weight here. We're gonna move right into bicep curls. So we're gonna face the wall the same way. You'll probably need to take a step, half a step or a step in, depending again on how strong you feel. You're going to point your fingertips towards the floor this time, and you're gonna place your hands at about the level of your hips. Okay, and we're gonna start with elbows extended. And what you do here, you're gonna bend your arms almost until your nose touches the wall, and then press back up. So essentially what's happening here is, instead of curling a dumbbell or an external weight, a resistance band, up towards your shoulder, as is typically the movement pattern for a bicep curl, what you're doing here is using your biceps as a brake to slow down your body from crashing into the wall. And that's actually really important. We call that an eccentric contraction or a lengthening contraction. And we don't focus on those a whole lot in strength training, but those are really, really important part of developing strength. So here's 10 right here. And again, step back from the wall, take a little break, shake your arms and your shoulders out a little. And we're gonna move into an exercise called wall angels. And for you to see this properly, I'm actually gonna use this wall that's behind me. I'm filming in one of the corners of my house right here. But I'm actually gonna use this wall. And then I'll also turn to the side so that you can see 5 reps from the side. So I'll do 5 reps facing you and then 5 reps oriented sideways like I have done. So to do wall angels, you're gonna come and stand against a wall so that your back is in contact from your hip bones up to your shoulder blades. However that means your feet fall on the floor, you still want them nice and square, lined up somewhere between hip bone and shoulder width distance apart, okay? And essentially what you're gonna do is almost like making snow angels when you were a kid. Similar kind of idea right here. You're gonna bring your arms up and overhead. Ideally you want your fingers, the backs of your fingers touching the wall. Most of us are not that flexible, and it's okay if you're not. The wall is just here to guide you. Essentially what you want to make sure that you're doing is keeping your shoulder blades in contact with the wall. So here, and we're just gonna come straight down, nice and gently to shoulder level, and then press right back up. Down, and exhale on the way up. Very easy, gentle back exercise here. This is also really wonderful for shoulder mobility. That's 5. So again, I'm going to turn so that you can see the sideways orientation here. Although if you're following along, you can feel free to keep going. But again, what I want you to notice in this orientation is that my hip bones and my shoulder blades stay against the wall. And that's my 5 sideways. Nice and slow when you're finished. Bring your arms all the way down. Again, press yourself against the wall. Give your shoulders a second to relax. And we're gonna move into wall sits. Okay, these ones are classic. I know, especially if you've worked with a personal trainer or been through physical therapy before, you've probably done these. But here we're gonna stay with our back against the wall. We're gonna walk our feet out from the wall, maybe 3 feet or so. This will depend a little bit on your height. But you're gonna line yourself up. Again, you want your shoulder blades and your hip bones to stay in contact with the wall. Something really common that I see is that people have a tendency to lean forward like this. or to rotate and kind of slouch over to one side. We want to stay nice and tall, core engaged. How many times do I say that? Again, with shoulders and hip bones into the wall. Ideally, you want to sit so that your thighs are parallel with the floor. You'll notice right now I'm in a little bit more of an upwards position. If this is where is comfortable because you have knee issues or hip issues, this is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with this, okay? However, if you can get in that 90-degree position, you'll definitely see the benefits of having that intensity. And all we're going to do here is just sit. And this is one of those that it's most definitely harder than it looks. But you want to try and take this as long as you possibly can. Fun story, I teach strength training at a university, and I use this as one of the fitness tests that I do with my students. And I typically fitness test with them. And the year that I was pregnant, they wanted to see how long I could sit like this. And at the time, I think I was about 6.5 months pregnant, and I did the wall sit for 20 minutes. And that was impressive to a bunch of 18-year-olds. So I feel good about that. If at any point during the wall sit, again, you feel like it's a little too intense, rather than just stand up and come out of it, take that little 1-inch bump. Sometimes that takes just enough of the tension off of your quadriceps that you can keep going for another 10 or 15 seconds. And nice and slow, use your hands, walk it up and in, shake out the legs. And that is a full body workout using nothing but your body and the wall. I hope that you found this helpful, and until next time, be well, friends.